Hello and welcome to round one back nine action of the 2024 Carolina Clash presented by DGA and another round. Catch cam we have Ryker West. Drone footage courtesy of FlySense and Bobcat Buckley. Commentary team today is Ariel Walker and Wong. On the card today we have Sarah Hokom from Caldwell, Idaho. Holly Finley from Denver, North Carolina. Scoggins from Los Angeles, California. And Wong from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hole 10 is a par 3, 322-foot shot that fades gently down to the right-hand side. You're going to see players either use a forehand or a backhand turnover and try to get down here to or past this log for a birdie.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody. Starting off hole 10, there's a good bit of elevation on this one. You can throw pretty much backhand or forehand. The forehand will filter down towards an OB. I think typically I go forehand and just hope that I don't air it out too much.
Yeah. At 322, it's kind of that in-between mid-range fairway. I'm going in with a fairway. I believe this is my Explorer. I'm going to do exactly what Ariel just said. You just kind of want to get it down there as best you can. This gap is about 60 feet between those two trees. That tree and the one on the right of it.
It's tough. Those come up quick for sure. It's a tight gap. Doesn't look too bad in the video, but it can be a bit daunting when you get up there.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of backhand putter shots down the hill that I like a lot because typically they don't turn too violently and can sit pretty nicely.
Holly's going to show us just that.
Nice.
It is so pretty, and it does shape for that shot, that backhand flip up kind of, but tough to hit that gap.
Absolutely. Watch that slow flip. All right, she stayed kind of high side there.
Yeah. Coming in, I believe this is my harp. The disc up to a suspect. Just pulled it a little bit too far left, but
That's a good kick though.
yeah, a little bit of ground. Any ground action at Nevin I feel like it's good. Take what you can get.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a good bid. That's far though.
Yeah.
Probably 100 feet or so.
Yeah. And this log definitely, I mean, if you're not over it, you're behind it. This is
Wow.
huge make.
What'd you say? Maybe like a 45-foot putt from where she was?
Definitely. And that angle's wild. You got OB on that. It's an own putt. It's sets up for an elite putters. And Holly from the knee is dangerous.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she proves it.
Yeah, I like it. So this green really slopes away from where she was, and so by going down to that knee, kind of levels herself out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
They're all coming off. They're showing you exactly what tour players look like.
That's awesome, yeah.
And bogey save for myself, but just trying to keep up with the big girls. We're coming up on hole 11, par 3, 242 feet, but really does play a little bit over 300 with the elevation. OB's going to come up behind it, but shouldn't come into play for a lot of us here. And Hokom's going to play the forehand, but really opens up for either shot, any shot really.
Nick Lachey. Rick
That was great. Looked like she clipped something on the left, one of the trees on the left, and kind of knocked her right back into the middle of the fairway.
Yeah.
She might have a long putt at it, but she looked a bit out of position.
Definitely.
A bit far.
This is when you really want to at least give yourself a look for it. There's not a lot of birdieable or easy to birdie holes out here at Nevin. So we are really all just trying to get up there and give ourselves a look. Especially with the wind, you know, any given part of the day, it's a little bit different. It kind of turns itself into a wind tunnel. So as soon as you get there for the putt, it could be completely different than what it was at the tee.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty good. I think that's about 17 to 20, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit less.
Now I'm opting for the forehand. I typically go backhand, and just today was feeling the forehand. This is
nice, I like it.
Fairway, just to get up there, just giving myself a look.
Yeah.
Kind of decide when you get up there, par or give it that run.
Yeah. Okay, Hokom made it up actually a bit farther than I thought originally. So she should be able to give this a pretty good bid. Maybe put it in. That was very close. Oh,
Just
that's tough.
pulled it.
There's just so many small twigglies out there. It's easy to catch them.
We're right by that road, but she stays in.
Ugh,
Good
tough.
bid. We're just giving ourselves a little putting practice here on hole 11.
Yeah, no big
Saves
deal.
it for the bogey. Just had to get my strokes in.
There you go. I like it.
Known for a par save is good. Yeah, unfazed by that car. Great birdie. It's one of those things you don't think about, and then, you know, it's passing by and you got to restart your routine or whatever the case is, but...
Yep. Yeah, there are quite a few holes out here at Nevin that are like that.
Yeah. Thank you, sponsors. I got a 3.
All right, hole 12. This is a 286-foot par 3. You are throwing it pretty much straight, just down a very steep hill. 286 very quickly feels more like 220, 200. I think I typically throw a putter down here from the short pad, and you just hope that it sits nice.
Yep. And this really drops off. This is not many people are looking for the birdie on this hole. And unless you're sitting pretty down there, it's... Yeah, you'll see it.
I think I overthrew it.
That was a great shot, though. She's definitely going to have a putt from that left side. So Sarah's going with the forehand, and I actually like this a lot.
I do.
Being a right-hand player myself, throwing a forehand on this hole, and if you can get pin high on it, it, to me, feels like a safer bid at a putt.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from the right side. So
Definitely.
right behind this basket is a huge drop-off. And so having that right-hand putt kind of takes you away from it.
Yep. On with the backhand. Fading off to that left side is never a bad idea. It's an easy pitch up. I personally am going to go with a forehand and a harp just to get that reliable right side finish. But
like
really, if you want to stay straight, that right side's hairy, and then you have that mando tree on the left that shouldn't come into play off the tee, but it does get in your head a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, I always forget about that Mando from that short pad. It really, like you just said, doesn't even come into play.
No. But gosh, playing from that long, the guys.
Yep.
Hokom giving
Just
it a
want that to
fit.
sit. So this green is very fast. There's not really much on it, nothing to really catch to slow your disc down. And then, as you can see from this angle, the basket is just up to the right, and you can see the drop off down that hill. And so if you get anything that kind of stands up, it is almost certainly just going straight down the hill, bombs away.
Yeah. And Holly a little long, pitches up. Good for her par save. Makes good of it.
That's a great save.
Yeah. That's still a hairy putt over there on that right side. You're looking up at it on an elevated basket with that roll off on the right side. Anything can really happen.
Yeah. Very nice. Own to clean it up.
Hole 13. This is a par 4, 603 feet. A lot of people are going backhand off the tee for that placement shot, either before the creek or right after it, and then you want to have that right down the fairway. About, I want to say a little bit under 200 feet down to the pin from after that creek. But really, it's, you kind of want to slice and dice this. Ollie's going to show us what it looks like over the creek.
That's great. This one is tough for sure. You want to shoot something pretty much straight, but from this angle, it's mostly you're trying to aim it towards like the right side of the fairway. There is dead straight in this view. You can throw a forehand and have it kind of filter over right before the ditch. Sarah went a little far. She's mostly right side of the fairway from where she landed, but I like personally throwing a backhand on this and trying to throw it up the gut and getting it across the creek.
Yeah. I think Owen's hoping to do just that with a backhand. A little bit shy of it, but it looks good on that left side.
Mm-hmm. Love seeing all the backhands.
I know. One of these days, I gotta try it at the very least. I'm going with an overstable fairway felon. A little shorter than I usually like to have it, but I do like that right side. We're just playing to get up there.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one, the fairway is tight once you cross this little creek right here, or ravine. It gets tight, and there are tons of trees on both sides, so it can be very, very punishing if you don't at least keep it on like the edge.
Definitely. We got Hokom up on that right side of the second gap that you need to hit. She's just gonna try to get something to flip up nice, stay straight, and she does just that. Really Holly with a little bit of a weird footing. She's right in that little ditch right before where you want to land, and nails the placement, but very technical shot from there. Yeah.
Absolutely. That was great.
Yeah.
She's going to be short, probably 100 maybe. But still, she got so far up there from where she was and the footing that she had.
Yep. Owen giving it a little half bid, half up. There is a slight ravine right before the basket too. Nothing that, I mean, creates distance or anything, but just that mental gap.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was so close. That was a good
Little
bid.
bid.
Yep.
Holly keeping that putter hot.
That's awesome. Nice clean up.
We're just tapping out. This green is pretty flat once you get up to it. Yeah, this is, I would say this is probably the biggest score separating hole. You really got to play some golf on this hole. This gap is no joke at all, and it turns left a little bit quicker. It's right between that mid and fairway shot, backhand, right hand backhand.
Yep, I like it.
I have seen a forehand too. You get a little bit of a flippy forehand on there, and
Okay. Yeah, I can dig it. Takes a lot of control. That's impressive.
yeah, we have the expert right here doing it.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Looked like it kicked her to the right side, though, and sometimes, even being that short, you can still have a look up, kind of how the fairway goes off to the left. You can have a look up that lane to hopefully get herself up to the top of the hill, the landing zone at the top of the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, it sets up like a good little, not an S, but kind of like a question mark. An upside down question mark. I believe I'm throwing my escape, so this is a fairway. Just punching it as straight as I could, but
So close.
fairway hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Sarah
Yeah,
pinched
this is
off
what
on
we're-
that right side.
Yeah. Might be able to snake it through. Oh, just caught something.
Yeah,
I like the idea.
yeah. So I really want this to fade off left. I'm going to try to get a forehand around this. This is a Saint. Super flippy. I'm a little undercommitted, but one's going to show us the backhand approach to it. And a great shot. That was such a good one, too. And now we're
Yeah.
up at Holly's drive. Great drive. This gap that she's hitting.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, she does it, but this gap that it's about 6 feet, not even, maybe 4 feet.
Yeah, that's awesome. She made that look so easy.
Yeah. And this bends to the right, so I believe this is my felon here. And just kind of poke, hope,
Nice.
see how forward you can get it.
Yeah, I like it. I've seen plenty of people on this kind of cut it too early and not push the backside of this fairway from here on out.
Yeah.
And it's just a very common mistake, but you guys are making it look very easy.
Yeah. This is I'm telling you, this is score separator.
Yeah.
If you're not accustomed to the woods, this is gonna prove it.
Absolutely. So where Holly is right now, she's pretty dead center, and she's got some trees. It's kind of split. You can see the tree right in the middle, and so she's probably trying to decide which way she wants to go. Might be left side based on the angle of her disc right now. Nope, I was completely wrong. She went right side.
No, she got me on that too. And runs it a little bit. She's always giving it a slight bid.
Yep. Yeah, I will say that right side of that tree in the middle is definitely more open.
Yeah. I just shank-a-doodle that one, but...
That's okay. It looked like it got down there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was dead center. That was so good, though.
Little head nod. We're gonna get it eventually. We'll adjust the height.
Absolutely.
And it does play as a true par 5 on this. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Some dogs in the background.
I was gonna say that dog is having a time.
Oh.
All right, Sarah with a nice save. So Holly went a little bit long, of course, and she's putting slightly back uphill at it, but not much.
Looks good.
That is a great birdie.
Yeah, just to have that eagle look up there, giving it a bid. And...
For sure.
Hole 15, par 3, 320 feet. This is pretty straightforward, self-explanatory. You want to throw your straightest shot. Forehand, backhand, roller, whatever you got. Once you hit off of this fairway, it's not as thick as you might think, but it's an easy par, but 320 straight shot.
Yeah, middle. I love that.
Yep, that's all we're hoping for on this hole.
Yeah, I've been off of this fairway plenty of times, and it can be pretty punishing.
Yep. It slightly slopes to the right, but looking with that flip up.
That looks great.
And 320 has never felt so long when you put it in a hallway like this. It is it's daunting.
Absolutely. Looks good. Looks close. There is a little gap if you get far enough up the fairway on the right that you can sneak behind the last big tree and it opens right up. Some people, I think, maybe they accidentally go for it, but it's definitely there.
That's kind of my play. I want to just push it as far forward with a sheriff as I can just to get up there.
That was great. You got good distance on it.
Reliable fade. And I mean, with that slope.
Yeah.
And this hole smells so wonderful. They had new cedar chips down in the fairway.
I did notice that. You're absolutely right. It was very, very nice. That was a surprising misfire from Holly. It just kind of leaked a bit over to the right. So she might have a little longer putt for her par save.
The way that putter's looking.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
A little inside.
This is great. Got a nice bid at it right here.
Yeah. I think I told myself I was putting for bird.
Oh, no. Oh, the dreaded nerves kicked in.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh, my gosh. That was a great comeback, though. Great save.
I was pretty pumped. The nerves started shaking off a little bit.
Yeah. For
Probably
sure.
for a par save here.
Oh, that's
A little
tough.
high.
That's another great save.
Yeah. No mistake in that one. Dead center.
Nope. Showing that pin who's boss.
Definitely. Great par from Owen, too.
All right, hole 16. You have to get through this gap right here if you want any chance at a birdie look. It is very common to hit one of those two trees on the right. This is another hole that drops off directly behind this pin, though. So it's a typical putter shot. I throw a putter that's maybe a little more on the stable side, and I throw it light so that it'll hyzer out and give me a bid from the left side. I like the idea of the forehand on this, but the pin does finish a little more left. So the natural progression of that right-hand forehand is really going to take it kind of far from the pin. But again, it's whatever you can get through this gap. I've seen people throw forehand rollers through it, and that's great too.
This gap is about, I don't know, maybe 4 feet at the most.
Yeah.
It's daunting, and especially a 200-foot hole that you're coming up, you're like, oh man, I got this. This is an easy birdie.
Yeah.
I'm opting to hit that left side.
Oh, so close.
That was my harp.
Holly just making it look easy. Oh, but she juiced it, so it went all the way down that hill. Still, I think that's the good miss, if anything.
Too. Yeah, because you're gonna, that's a tough shot if you're missing that gap. You're really playing for that bogey.
Yeah.
And Hokom gets through. That drop off comes quick. You're looking at maybe 3 feet off the basket in the back and just immediate drop off.
Yep. Spooky putt. Mm-hmm. I like it. It hurts the soul, but
it hurts. You got
I understand it.
Holly with a run at it.
Yeah. That was close. That was great. Good cleanup from Owen.
Mm-hmm. Taking her time, making it count.
Yeah.
Moving on, hole 17, par 3. We're looking at 346 feet. There is a great forehand or a backhand turnover line on the left side, or if you're feeling daring, go up on that right side for a hyzer flip up. You're going to see a lot of forehands, a lot of shots on the left side, very few on that right. We're going to see Hokom with that forehand on the left side. Just has that natural fade. A little bit downhill too, so it does play truer to like a 3, I'd say 335, 340, not the full 346.
Yeah, I do like the natural shot shape of a forehand here. It is tough though. I mean, it's got distance.
Yeah. Unless you have a backhand
fun.
like Holly, that's money. That's that right side.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, you just laced it.
Yeah, throwing an orbit trespass.
Get in the basket.
Ugh. Got stopped by that one guardian tree. He's doing his job that day.
That's an incredible drive. Sarah's a little bit on the right side where hers finished. You can kind of see it starts to slope off behind her her left foot, but she was fortunate to stay up on there.
Yeah, if you go a little bit too early on that right side, probably like 100 feet past or before the basket, it does drop off quite a bit. So if you're not fully committing on that forehand line, right hand forehand on the left side, it's tough.
Yeah.
Getting from the knee with her Holly makes good.
Yeah.
Absolutely filthy.
That's a great birdie.
Yeah. I got stuck behind this tree. This tree and I are good friends. Just a little low again.
Yeah.
Just couldn't seem to adjust all day.
It's okay. You were hitting metal.
Yeah,
you
happy to be here.
On so many of
like
them
I
too.
said. Yeah, I looked up to a lot of these ladies for my whole entire career, and just being able to play with them was really, really cool, and watch them do their thing was sweet. And Owen cleaning up the par and tapping in for the par here.
Alrighty, hole 18, par 4, 520 feet. Where we just came from is the typical pad, but we played a new pad that was off to the left. It starts off, in my opinion, right-hand, backhand, just to get it up to the gap that we just came up. And then you just continue to the top of that hill, and the basket is placed just over the crest on the left side.
And some hot scores coming into this 18, neg 3 from Holly, neg 3 Hokom. They just played clean.
Yeah. Definitely minimized damage. They weren't doing anything too flashy, just getting up and down.
Yeah. Good woods golf.
Mm-hmm.
And this was my first time. I'm a local, and this is my first time playing this tee pad. I enjoyed it as a change, but this gap is tough. It's very small, it's narrow, to go forehand on this is extreme and so cool. It was so cool to watch.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, I'm the same way. I didn't have a chance to play this pad before playing in the tournament, so I was trying to figure it out all 3 rounds, and I think I threw fairways all 3 rounds, but of differing stabilities.
Yep.
And just wasn't able to quite get it right off the tee, but That forehand that Sarah just threw, she made it look so easy.
Yeah.
So maybe a forehand's a good play.
I know. I'm second guessing everything.
I think a mid could also work off of this tee.
Yeah.
Something that's maybe not going to bite so hard, and just keep it on a little bit of hyzer and let it kind of push straight on hyzer.
Yeah. I got a noodle arm, so I'm
I
going
love
fairway.
Heck
That's
yeah.
an escape. Just that was my first shot ever off that hole, and I was just hoping.
That was a great shot.
We're okay. No one's going to be on that left side of the fairway. Makes do with it, though. This fairway is a little bit more forgiving, I feel, compared to the rest of the course.
Agreed. So this one's playing up this hill. It looks like she got it up there, so that's great.
Yeah.
To me, that looks more like a right-hand backhand shot, but she makes it work for sure.
Yeah.
That looks really nice.
Ollie just
Catches
sent
the
one
tree.
up there.
Yeah.
Opting for
This
that
is a great
seam.
drive.
Yeah, it felt
you're
good.
dead center, looking straight up it.
Kind of whiffed it a little bit.
That's okay. Got
Good
a
tree
nice,
kick.
yeah, good kick back out. Depending on distance, might even give you a bid for a putt.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And she almost rang it up. It was something
That's
to see.
so fun. Ooh, that was so close too.
Yeah, this is, I'm telling you, I think off the tee, as long as you stay clean, the birdie is there.
Yeah.
It's that second shot. It's the elevation, and if you can get a hold of your disc, just to like control-wise, something's overstable, just send it. This is a great pin position for us.
I agree. It was fun.
Good ending hole too. It's a soft four with this, it's a gettable four, but it's very soft birdie. It's nice.
So it looks like Holly's just barely outside of the circle on this, and maybe a little obstructed by that tree. Hard to tell.
Yeah. And you got traffic coming in.
Yep.
They're coming off hole 1 there, going to 2. Gonna clean up for a par here.
All right, rounding it out.
And then all of a sudden you're like, we're done. Blacktail, we're done.
Ladies keeping it hot.
Wow, those are some pretty fire rounds.
Yeah. Neg 3, staying hot. Katie Tati doing awesome. Thank you for coming and joining us for round 1, and we'll see you for round 2.